Trending heat keeps the legends revive. Welcome to the IzzyVerse, where the panels break and the stories burst. First appearance, history made. Slam it, grade it, immortal past. The IzzyVerse, canon forged in a universe cursed. From golden to modern, the story survives through the bleed of the page. It stays alive. Market spikes in the rumor mill's breath. Crossovers ink the line of death. Footnotes trace the collector's code. White pages pure in a mylar hold. Investment grade, sealed in a tomb, but the panels still scream, they boom. Back issue fire, collector's sin. Every variant cover pulls you back in. Welcome to the IzzyVerse, where the panels break and the stories burst. First appearance, history made. Slam it, grade it, immortal past. IzzyVerse, canon forged in a universe cursed. From golden to modern, the story survives through the bleed of the page. It stays alive. Flip it, press it, spec it, grade it. Canon's eternal, you can't escape it. KSU, Arc Eternal, bleed through you. Welcome to the IzzyVerse, where the panels break and the stories burst. First appearance, history made. Slam it, grade it, immortal past. IzzyVerse, canon forged in a universe cursed. From golden to modern, the story survives through the bleed of the page. It stays alive. Flip it, press it, spec it, grade it. Canon's eternal, you can't escape it. KSU, Arc Eternal, bleed through you. Welcome to the IzzyVerse, where the panels break and the stories burst. First appearance, history made. Slam it, grade it, immortal. Welcome to the IzzyVerse, canon forged in a universe cursed. From golden to modern, the story survives through the bleed of the page. It stays alive. It's more than a run. It's the crossover you can't outrun. The IzzyVerse lives on. The IzzyVerse lives on.
Excelsior!
I forgot I changed that.
That was some Excelsior.
What's going on, Cliff? And welcome everybody to today's show, the top trending list. We're going to talk about top trending comics, but more importantly, we're going to talk about New York Comic Con, a place that I will be starting tomorrow. And Cliff, I'm going to miss you because I tried and I tried to get you over, and you still didn't budge. And you're silenced now because you're at a remote location. So
I
What's
am
going
more
on?
motivation.
What's going on, Cliff? What's going on in your neck of the woods? I see
Nothing. Listen,
Daniel Carpenter in the house.
I had a great time spending a lot of money this year, and that time has ended. So all your Baltimores and your New York Comic Cons and all that stuff, you have a great time.
What's up, Rich? And we got our boy Austin LeMay also in the house. What's going on, Austin? We're gonna have some fun today, because last week we did the box, so we're gonna remind people about the box as well
The
as
box.
So this is gonna be part of the giveaway box for this month. And first
Ooh.
book, we got the Jenny Frison Exquisite Course. This is issue number 1, I believe, right? Number 1, Jenny Frison. So there's part of it. Also, you got, because I had to throw in a Jeff. We got to get an Avengers.
The
We got
Land Shark.
We got Jeff the Land Shark in the house. All right, you guys all pulled these 3 books. So we do have some Mark Spears Absolute Universe, as well as you guys also pulled the John Jang Spider-Man. And finally, as part of it, we also have the slab of the Spider-Man 2099. All this is going to be part of this month's Rat Pack giveaway. But we're going to add more today. Right off the top, we're going to add 1 book, and we're going to add this baby right here, DCKO. That's been added to the list. I do also have 5 more books to add. And the way it's gonna work is very simple. For every super chat we get, so we're doing a goal of 5 super chats. If we get 5 super chats of any size, any denomination, we're going to continue to add a book into this list. I lettered them A, B, C, D, E, so that's 5 books. There's some fun books here, and there's one book. I will give you guys a little clue. There's a book here that's signed, but I'm not saying by whom. So that's what today's going to be all about, and we'll talk some more about that. But we got E-Man in the house. What's going on, E-Man? Oh my, 2 poppies at once.
That's right, baby. That's right.
Oh man, E-Man and I have been talking. We also got Joffrey Castro. What's going on, Joffrey? He's in the house. You know what I'm saying? So all that's happening. Let's get this here. All right. Let's do our headlines for today, because our headlines is going to be all about New York Comic Con. So let's just go dive right into it, and let's talk a little bit about today's headlines. So for today, we're going to talk all about New York Comic Con. We're going to use today's part for the panels. We're going to start it off with the panels. We're going to have a very special Spec It, Slab It, Sell It. Dude, we have a lot for that one. So that one's going to be a blast. Cliff has no idea.
I may be scrapping some of these.
Oh, I think you're going to scrap a few. So that's definitely going to be part of it. Did I see? Did someone else just show up? Oh yeah, Triple C. I never bothered to call Rich Triple C. Now that I'm thinking about
Interesting.
it, never came into my mind. All right. Also, Black Spiders is in the house. What's going on, my dude? All right. Let's start things off by talking a little bit about Thursday. So Thursday is technically the first day of New York Comic Con, and as I mentioned before. What was that?
It's the quiet day.
I don't think so.
Yeah, you know what I mean. Like it used to be the quiet day.
Yeah, sure. We have several panels. So as you can see here, there's numerous panels that we selected. All right. Among them, some were selected by Cliff, some were selected by me. This one specifically is actually one that we both considered. So this first panel is happening. It's actually on Wednesday. So tomorrow there is going to be a special retailer day. So if you have a specialty badge like a press pass, a pro pass, a content creator pass, a retailer badge, exhibitor badge, panel badge, pretty much all the specialty badges, you should have access to the retailer day, which is it's going to be a lot of cool things happening. This is one of the panels that we have going on Wednesday, 12:15 to 2:30. It's everything's going to happen in the River Pavilion, the pro stage. Authorship in the balance, the clash between human authorship, artificial intelligence, AI, and copyright law. What is this about, Cliff, and why did you pick this?
I picked it because I too would like to self-publish someday and say that my work went out into the world, whether it's a success or not. And I would like to know the balance between human authorship, artificial intelligence, what the copyright laws are. In fact, a really big deal. I would love to attend this thing because I want to tell a story using public domain characters, and like that can be a little bit tricky in of itself. So I have lots of questions. I think this is really interesting, and I think anyone who's really getting into the I want to have a Kickstarter, I want to publish my book game, well, I feel like this is for you.
The other thing that's interesting about this panel is that it is approved for 2.5 credits. I guess
Nice.
college credits, so some kind of lectorial type credits and things like that. So it's definitely something for professionals. That's one. Another one you picked, like I'm surprised about that one. This one's actually happening on Thursday, and that's the LGBTQ inclusive books, comics, and popular medium for young people. In this, you're gonna have Alan Wells, Brandon T. Snyder, Court Lane, Phil Jimenez.
That's right, my baby Phil Jimenez is gonna be there.
The most jacked up guy I ever seen. Sometimes, like look at him, man. Look at that neck.
Listen. He went from twink to twunk, full on beast mode trucker daddy, and that's it.
He walks in, he's like, "Hey guys," and then Vicky Johnson and Shannon Waiters, I think it is, or Waters. All right, talk to me a little bit about this one. This is obviously one that near and dear to your heart.
It is near and dear to my heart. I want to know about what inclusive books there are, what that means in popular media, the challenges that we are facing today in this, this atmosphere, this climate, for lack of a better words,
Yeah.
And of course, I want there to be quality products.
Mm-hmm. I agree. I agree. I think when it comes to comics in general, it's open for everybody in every walks of life. I'm not the type to say, hey, that you can't do this, you can't do that. I think everybody has their zone. Everybody has their place. Everybody should be welcome, regardless of, sex, race, identity, how you interpret yourself. All that stuff should be included because comics is a medium for everybody. It's not just for one person. So,
and I like to remind people, comics are for everyone, but not every comic is for everyone.
And that is so true. So when Cliff writes his comic book,
I've written it, when I publish it.
When he publish it, it might not be for me, guys. I'm sorry. I'll love him.
Yeah. And he'll still get a full copy, and I'll still bombard him with every single page of it throughout all of social media. So one day he can tell me, I never read it, but it traumatized me for months.
It's like what you've told me already. It is a bit traumatizing.
Actually, I don't. It's not it's like, oh, there's an office romance in World War II. Oh no, the guy who's being too pushy at the office is the villain. Oh no, I'm battling Krampus.
Why are you giving away? Why are you giving all the way the spoilers, man?
Because you
can't give away the spoilers already, man. The book's not even out yet.
No, I can't because you know what? Like the point of the whole book is for fun. I want people to enjoy it. I want them to read it for fun. Is there going to be a battle with Krampus? Yes, a World War. It's going to be a random day in World War II and a battle with Krampus. That's right. It's going to happen in the book.
All right, so there you have it. That's one of the panels. This is another panel that I'm super stoked for, and that is the DC Vertical We're Back panel. There's a lot of word about what's going to happen with DC Vertical, what books are going to be launched under the new DC logo, Vertical banner. I already know that they already have Nice House on the Lake as part of Vertical, but are they going to bring back some titles? Is John Constantine going back to Vertical?
I would love that.
Is Swamp Thing going back to Vertical? Because those are books that are in DC proper now because there is no Vertical. And Vertigo's been around for about a year now. I think it's officially been back about a year, but I think they're gonna be launching it, like launching Vertigo. I'm excited for Vertigo. I love Vertigo comics from Sandman, John Constantine, Hellblazer, Preacher was another great book, and there's a lot for it. You know what I mean? And I think we're sorely missing. No one asked for Vertigo to go away, and
That's
it went
right.
away. You know, nobody wanted it to go away. That's one thing that DC made that was like, why is this going away? No one, we
Yeah,
want this.
no one wanted this. No one asked for it. You know, they made a lot of wild decisions when they did this new 52 thing, and that was one of them. It was just like, why? Why would you
It made no
hurt us?
sense though. It made no sense to me. Like Vertigo is in a place of its own. It's very creator owned as well. So people that worked in Vertigo, some of them had ownership to those properties, depending on the whatever the
It's
circumstances were to the
probably
agreement.
because they didn't want to pay nobody.
It's probably the case, maybe.
You know?
But DC Vertigo's back. Here's another one that I think you'll be interested in, and that is Wepa, Puerto Ricans in the world of comics. So this is one
Ooh.
panel that I think is really interesting. We're going to talk a little about the Puerto Rican, culture. It's one that I plan on attending. That's from 3:30 to 4:30. I plan on attending, being a Puerto Rican myself, and I want to hear from fellow Puerto Ricans about this world, because Wepa is one of those words we use all the time in Puerto Rico. Wepa. Where's Bad Bunny in this panel? I'm just saying, he was in New York. He was in New York this week.
That's right.
Can he just go to New York Comic Con and
Listen,
show up in the Wepa panel?
he's a very busy man. What's Paloma's full name? Paloma.
I don't know.
Read it. It's on the screen, man. I can't read.
What? Paloma Celia Garbojal. 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 So, Rosa Colon Guerrero, Manuel Martinez Nazareno, John Vasquez Mejias, and Charles Carta. That does not sound like a Puerto Rican name. Maybe.
Yeah, he's probably just the moderator. But in the meantime, then again, my name absolutely doesn't sound Puerto Rican.
Yeah, but you're not like 100%.
I know, but listen, some of us are just 50-50. Running around, looking all white, running panels. It's okay. It's okay.
I'm a full Puerto Rican, right?
We're
My name is
crossover.
Ismael. My name is Ismael. For those who don't know, my name is Ismael.
Please,
which
that's
is
because
very Puerto Rican.
that's because we haven't looked under the sheets for who's the white person.
Okay, so let's go ahead with our next panel, and this is one that I am definitely planning. You see, that's why I said there's a conflict for me. I have to attend this one. This is the PSA Guide to Comic Book and Pop Culture Grading and Collecting. I want to hear what they have to say about grading comics.
I would love to know.
You don't like the PSA book, do you?
No, I still do not like the look of it. I feel like they've made a few mistakes already, which is fine because everybody makes mistakes. But I think this rush to them is insane to me because they're no one's savior,
Yeah.
So like I'm just like everyone's like, oh my gosh, and I'm like, for what? Like their sales are okay, I don't.
They still haven't reached that mark.
Yeah, but the labels are a mess. Like number one, I don't like them. But then number two, they couldn't write out. They have all that space, and they couldn't write out Marvel Superhero Secret Wars. They had to.
I did see that. I saw that. Which, unlike you, the label has been growing on me. I'm not gonna lie, it's been growing
like a
on
fungus.
Me. Yeah, like a fungus. Yeah, sure. But I agree to certain extent, certain things. I do believe that the font could be like you could have the whole name. Why are you hyphenating a name that you really don't need to hyphenate because you got the real estate for
There's
it?
this much label space.
Yeah, there's space. The other thing that I would like to have is an identification of a book that has a signature versus a book that doesn't have a signature, right? So there's no identification other than the label saying it. So it's going to be verbal. It's going to be written out so you can verbally read it, but it's not going to be present like a yellow label would for a CGC or a CBCS.
And again, if they had decent graphic designers with a head on their shoulders, that could all be answered. It could be a simple black bar, and in white writing it says signature
Well,
by
that's the point, right?
Fulano de Tal.
You could have, the way I look at it, you could have had fun with the border. You know what I'm saying? Like your standard book, the standard, the regular book could have the red border like any other book, right? But then you could have used like a yellow border, like a darker yellow border, or more like a canary yellow type of border that will identify, oh, this is a signature series book. But I don't know why I didn't think about it. That is a question I am going to ask to the CEO of comics, because I am going to be interviewing them this week. We do have a scheduled interview on Friday. That's going to be a question I'm going to ask.
I want to know who their chief grader is. I want to know their training practices. I want to pull back that curtain completely. Good luck, Izzy. I'll be watching.
You'll be watching. So Black Spider says if Todd signs his book, I'm grading it PSA because of the red border. Interesting. So we'll find out. We'll find out tomorrow, Black Spiders. I'll tell you that much. All right, here's one that I know you're not going to care about, but I do, and that is Headlock Comics and Mask Republic taking wrestling beyond the
Oh
ring.
my goodness!
But this is a good friend of mine.
Are these the Ring of Honor guys?
No, these are not the Ring of Honor guys, which you're talking about the AEW guys, which is at another day. This is actually Mike Johnson. Mike Johnson has been writing Headlock Comics for years now. He's a good friend.
For years.
For years. But he's helped written books for numerous of writers like Jerry Lauder, Mick Foley, just to name a few. And he will have his own booth there. And he's going to do a panel on Thursday night, 6:30 to 7:30. Wonder why it's so late at night, but it should be a fun panel. He has a wealth of wrestling knowledge because he's actually been inside the business and he knows a little the ins and out within the business. We also have I Have Comic Issues. What's going on, my man? Welcome to the show. All right, so that's going to be happening. And then here's something to keep an eye out. Marvel Comics. This is I think this is their first one, and that is Marvel Comics Spider-Man and his venomous friends. This is the first panel for Marvel Comics. Is happening on Thursday from 3:30 to 4:30 in North Room 405. So this is going to be featuring Nick Lode. It's also going to have CB Cebulski, Al Ewing, Joe Kelly, Stephanie Phillips, and Charles Schultz. They're going to be talking a little bit about the Spider-Man universe and the big mess that is. But at the panel, and this is going to be the case with many of these panels, there will be an exclusive giveaway comic. These comics are usually hot items. So if you want to grab a con comic without having to pay it, you go to these panels. And these books usually are sought after. So if you're planning to flip.
Flippity flip.
All right. What's going on? Hyper Black King, they are trying to keep unity with the other product. Okay.
Yeah, everyone says that, and I get it, but like, it's not attractive to me. And I know it's like, oh, but when CGC, blah, blah. Yeah, okay, I get it. But I mean, like, if I look at all your labels and they're all unattractive to me, and that's the thing. People are like, oh, but the slab is strong. And then I go, well, so is CBCS. And then they're like, oh, but CBCS, right. I'm like, but I like the label. It looks good. And, I like the little arrow. And like, so far I got 2 people providing me a service that I'm happy with for different reasons. And now I got the new guy. And I'm like, okay, new guy, like, you got to spice it up, because these other people are running.
They've been doing
their game.
You're coming to their territory. You know what I'm saying? And I get your point.
And then let me tell you something. PSA, let me give them a point. I'm going to give them a point for opening up in Canada, which CGC has not done yet. So I'm like, CGC, come on, you're number one. Why are you slacking? Why are you letting them roll up? And it's so ridiculous because I'm sitting here and I'm rooting for my favorite hedge fund. I mean, like, I'm just like, it's horrible. It's like, first of all, I'm mad that all of them are corporate monsters now. Like, stop that. Like, I miss Scott. Remember when CGC was Scott and the other guy? Remember that? That's the CGC I know and love.
All right. Let's move on to the next panel that we're going to look at. And this is another one that I would like to go to specifically. And that's the original comic art, an open discussion with insiders. So this one's going to be featuring Patrick A. Reed, but also moderating it is going to be my good friend, Mickey Finnegan, also known as Swaggle House Comics.
Mm-hmm.
So he'll be with us. He'll be at the show in New York Comic Con, and he will be moderating this panel, talking a little bit about original comic art, which I think it's starting to gain a trend again. People are starting to collect more comic book art today than they did, let's just say, a few years ago. It's starting to be a thing. Before, people did collect them, but then prices have gone crazy. Last I checked, the Spider-Man Batman 423, the original art from Tom McFarlane, was about $500,000. I don't know where it's at right now. So if you go to Heritage Comics, you probably see the price where it's at, but it still has about like a week left into it, and it's riding high. I think that's a comic piece of art that could potentially be $1 million when it's all said and done. So this is a good panel if you want to learn a little bit more about collecting comic book art, original art pieces. There's books that have thousands upon thousands of original art that no one picks up. So this is one of those panels. And finally, on Thursday in the evening, IzzyV2 will be hosting an Insider Talk registration. This is a full event, an evening event. It actually starts at 5:15. You have to have it's a ticketed event, so you have to have been invited. I will be attending this event. It's in the River Pavilion. There will be some guests as well. I know Tom McFarlane's scheduled to be there as well. It's kind of a retailer event.
Okay, why does it say 5:15 to 5:30?
Because there's multiple panels within this event.
So this specific portion is called the coffee break.
Yep, it's called the coffee break.
Just show up and have coffee talk.
Yep.
Todd McFarlane is neither Todd nor McFarlane. Discuss amongst yourselves.
Exactly. This is the starter. This kicks it off. So in other words, during this 15-minute window, they're going to be setting things up. So people are going to come in, have some coffee, and all that good stuff. And yes, Austin, I will tell Todd I said hello. And Rod the Rican was just here. We were just talking about Whip Our Comics, and look at Rod. He shows up.
We can feel it.
So that's Thursday. And just to remind you to everybody, we're going to keep reminding you guys all day. If you do a super chat, we're going to add comic books into the monthly box. If you leave a super chat, you are automatically entered into the monthly box. So just wanted to let you guys know that stuff too. All right. That's Thursday. Now we're going to go into, and I'm going to delete that group because I don't need that group anymore. I'm going to go into, see if I can get to this. Here it is. I put it here. Let's go into Friday.
That is so many widgets you have.
Well, that makes my life a lot easier.
You say so.
Yeah, that's how I do. And now you don't even see it. You just see the Google.
I was literally looking at the widgets in your thing. And you're like, and now you don't even see it. I'm like, I'm still looking at it.
And now you see what I want you to see, which is this. All right, so now we're looking at Friday. So for Friday, Grading 101 with CGC Comics. They're going to be hosting at 11:15 to 12:15. You got Matt Nelson and Sean Caffrey. They're going to be doing the panel.
I think I still like Sean. I'm pretty sure I still like Sean.
Sean's a cool guy, though.
Sean's cool. I think they should. I think Matt should have stayed home. Or
why?
Because I'm a little tired of him.
He's the representative.
I know, but but here's the bad thing. Like, we need time to forget about a lot of double talk that Matt has done in the past year. We need a different face so that we can forget about. Like, let's forget about don't worry. Even though the well looks like it's warped, it's still a 9.8. Like, this is that man. And like, I still need a break from that man. Like, y'all think I'm just talking smack about PSA or whatever. I talk smack about everything. It's all deserved. They
equal opportunity, right?
Equal opportunity flaws. because y'all gotta own it. This man did not own those flaws. I did not care for his. I did not care for his. I didn't care for his answers. So I feel like we still need a break from him. I feel like we still need a break.
Yeah. But they're gonna be there. It's New York Comic Con. It's the
it's
biggest
great that
show
he's
of the
there.
Northeast,
It's
so
great
he's gonna
that
be
he's
there.
I just feel like don't get on a stage in front of people who are like me, are still mad and still remember.
I'll be there. This one I plan on.
Are you going to represent me? I don't think you're going to.
I represent me.
Yeah, exactly. You're too nice. You're so nice. You're not going to sit there and be like, October of 24. You said Wells. Let's not worry about it.
Excuse me, sir. I just have a couple of questions here. I'll have the Izzyverse. Maybe if I had a clip on comics, I could just easily put that one, instead of doing that one, or maybe I could just use the New York Comic Con.
Right, and fool them.
Right,
the deception. Lure him into false sense of security.
All right, so that one's happening. The other one is Marvel Fanfare with CB Cebulski. He's going to talk a little bit about some upcoming events. There's also going to be, I do believe this panel will also have a giveaway. But here's the interesting one about this one. This panel, you don't want to miss this one.
I've been told.
This is one of the big ones. It's going to have an exclusive J. Scott Campbell cover. So I'll be there at 2:00.
Yeah. And I'm modeled for that cover, so I'm very
there.
excited.
You go. Now that's the curiosity. I don't know who's going to be in the cover, but it is part of the JSC covers that he's been doing. So I'm not even sure what's it going to be. All it says it's that we'll score an exclusive giveaway comic featuring gorgeous art from J. Scott Campbell himself. This is one that I plan on watching. I'm gonna be there for this one.
Yeah, I was in his private studio. I modeled for Sharon Ventura. Do you remember Sharon Ventura?
I don't need to know anymore.
Okay, she became the Thing or female Thing. Remember?
Oh, I know exactly what you're talking
about. So I modeled for her. I only had to get partially nude for him.
Partially.
And I just topless, and I just think it's gonna be great.
I think it's before his time, dude. That was before his time, bro. All right, so there you are, Marvel Fanfare with CB Cebulski, where we are definitely going to have a J. Scott Campbell. He is going to be in this panel. J. Scott Campbell is going to be interviewed by CB Cebulski. I'm sure there'll probably be some other people there as well, but really the point of this panel is to get that comic book. So that might be one of the comics we talk about next week. So who knows? All right. Another big panel that's happening on Friday is the Todd McFarlane panel. Todd McFarlane panel is going to happen around the same time. In fact, they're going to probably be next to each other. So I'm going to try to pull my press pass and just go back and forth. But what I will say about the Todd McFarlane panel is that he's pretty much talking about the projects that he has going on. Last year, when I went to his panel, there was no giveaway. It was just him talking, so I might want to do the Marvel panel over the Todd McFarlane. And I'm going to see Todd a couple of times during the
But you never know. He might have a good giveaway.
It might be the case because there's no Peach Momoko Spawn this year. I'll tell you that much. So this one is another one. So if you're not going to the CB Cebulski one, which is Marvel Fanfare, I suggest go to the Todd McFarlane, which is happening in the same floor at the same area. I honestly believe they're going to be right next to each other. So be on the lookout for that one. And then we also, count how many times the flex any. Oh, yeah, Todd is Todd. And we got Random Reads also in the house. What's going on, Random Reads?
Kevin.
Kevin's in the house. Always seems that one goes on. Yeah. It's going to be interesting to see how that one turns out. So Todd McFarlane is from 2:30 to 3:30, really at the same time as the Marvel one. So there's a little, that's going to be interesting. All right. Also, we got Ron Hubbard in the house. Welcome. And here's another wrestling panel. This is going to be Heroes, Villains, Space in Between. This is pro wrestling and comic storytelling. There's no word on who's going to be part of this panel, but this is going to be the panel that's going to be featuring some AEW talent. So there will be some AEW talent in this panel. What kind of noise is going on back there, man?
Would you believe it or not? Swaggle House's Instagram story.
I'm like, what the hell's going on over there? All
I'm like, I clicked on one wrong thing, and I was like, no.
All right, this is going to be featuring some AEW talent. So if you like a wrestling panel, this is one that's going to be featuring some AEW talent. Talent.
The only reason in the world I would go to this panel is because we have the DC AWE crossover happening, or whatever that's supposed to be.
And this is pretty much where they're going to talk a little bit about it. So that's going to happen there. So I'm not 100% certain who's going to be there representing AEW. I'm sure there's going to be some top talents. I do know that in one of the booths, they're going to be giving away a Sting print with a purchase of a couple. I think you spend $100 on their table, they're going to give you a Sting print. For any wrestling fans, that's a big deal. All right. Here's one that I think you're going to like.
Spending $100 on the print, but you got extra stuff.
Yeah, exactly. I think you're going to like this one.
Maybe.
Exquisite Corpse, the game.
Yes, we're gonna. Are we? Oh my god! Yes, are they releasing a game? Yes,
they're doing the live play and panel, so that's happening on Friday, 5:15 to 6 p.m. in the North Room 408. James Tidy in the fourth, and Michael Walsh will be present for this panel.
Izzy, tell me you don't want to play that as a card game. Tell me you don't want to play it.
I don't do card games, man.
But you would. Would you give this a try?
I will go. I do believe I have time to go hang out for this one. I don't think my schedule's not going to be conflicting.
I'm under the impression this isn't a card game like Magic the Gathering. I'm under the impression this is a card game like a tabletop game, like DC Deck Builder, which I love.
I have no idea how it's going to work because if you are reading Exquisite Corpse, you know it's part of a game, and they are giving you cards, right?
Yeah.
If you get the poly bag.
Well, no, there's like the game in the book, which is like a real life high stakes game about, commanding territory and power. And then there's there's these cards that don't have any meaning to us yet about a game that we can play. So it
looks like this is where we're going to reveal how that game works.
Oh my God. I want you to be there just for me.
Just
and I hope you enjoyed too. And I love James. So try to get an interview with him, line him up.
I'll try to get James an interview with James. He's a busy guy, but I'm gonna do my best.
He is busy. Just let him know how much I love him.
I'll tell you because Cliff
give him only my best pictures.
Only your best pictures. Okay, the ones that you posed for J. Scott Campbell.
Yes, and others. You know what? I'll send you my choices.
You know what? I think I'll do about. I'll be okay. I'll just go with what's in your Instagram. All right, so there's that one. Here's another panel that I usually love attending. That's the Jim Lee and Friends panels. Usually what Jim Lee does in these panels is that he does a sketch in the panel, starts talking, answering questions, but usually at the end of the panel, he gives away the sketch to somebody. Like the best question or whatever it is. This is one that it sounds to me like he's going to be talking about things that are happening, but it also is one of those panels that could potentially have something in it. So there's no word on any giveaways for DC in that way, but DC is present at the show this year, and it's been a while since DC has been present in New York Comic Con, like actually have a presence. People have been there that represented DC, but they haven't had a booth in a couple of years, so they're finally going to have a booth, a place to represent. They'll probably share some stuff. It's going to be coming off the heels of the season finale of Peacemaker. So who knows what to expect? Because the season finale of Peacemaker is Thursday night. This is Friday night. So there's going to be discussion. People like myself are probably going to stay up late at night just to watch it because I don't know what time I'm going to end up home on Thursday. Hopefully early enough to get home to time to see Peacemaker. Because I'm not going to see it in the morning because in the morning I'm going to go straight to the con. So that's happening on Friday. And finally, for you hip hop fans, Nas and the Legendary Friends presents Comics and Hip Hop a Marvel and mass appeal conversation. This is going to be featuring Nas. So for I know this is one panel that DJ Links is definitely planning on attending. So he's going to be there at 8 o'clock to 9 o'clock for this panel. I find this panel a little interesting because it's happening later in the evening. So I'm curious to see what the attendance is going to look like. And I do believe they are going to give away the comic that you're currently seeing right there. That might be the comic book that's going to be the giveaway in this panel. So interesting, right?
It is definitely interesting.
Oh, am I ready? No, I am not ready for tomorrow. I got to get some books. That's why. Ready for tomorrow. So that'll be easy to grab. So that's happening. So that's going to be Friday. So Friday is going to be a pretty busy day. Now we're going to move on. But before we move on, what Nas? Yep, that's happening Friday. I know Friday night I'm going to be really busy, so that's something I know. I have an event going on, and yes, that's an event. I'm going to be hanging out with my friends over at Global Comics. We're going to be having an event party for Global Comics on Friday. But remember I told you last week there was a big announcement? That announcement has been revealed, and finally we're going to have Marvel Comics and Global Comics. It was the one publisher that was missing. So October 15, we're going to have some Marvel Comics. There's also going to be day and date comic books that are being included there. If you scan that QR code in the top, you could get a discount for a yearly subscription. So there you have it for Marvel Comics. I'm excited about that. I'm really happy that I could get some digital comic books. Obviously, I enjoy reading this, but sometimes I want to be able to just sit down and just grab my tablet, read my comic book from my tablet. You know what I'm saying? Also, guys, again, just a reminder for everybody, we are doing the super chat. So every super chat will include one new comic added to the box as well as your name. I don't know, man. This, like I said, this is a signed comic book here, and it's not just some regular signature. It's not like some Joe Schmo signature. So you might want to find out who that is. And all you gotta do is leave a super chat of any size. It doesn't. I don't care if it's 99 cents. All right, let's take a look at Saturday, cause Saturday. Where's my Saturday window? Okay, here's my Saturday window. And let's load it up. So first one, this was one that I think you picked, which is Frame by Frame.
I did.
Behind the scenes of Hollywood's visual storytellers. Why did you pick this?
Because I love the art of storytelling. I love hearing creators telling me about how it all came together, what was special, etc., etc. I love that. I totally dig it. So this is like up my alley, and I would hope that it's up the alley of other people as well.
Some interesting names, people that are in the business, I guess you could say. So that's interesting enough there. That's happening 4 to 5 p.m. in the River Pavilion. It's usually, when it's in the River Pavilion, that's usually like the pro lounge. That's where the pros and the press go to kind of like decompress during the show. So it's up there in the top. When you take the escalators, you go all the way to the top. It's kind of like where the cosplayers usually get the costumes. If you walk further down, there's this really beautiful area where you could just sit down, relax. There's tables, and all that good stuff. And actually the best bathrooms. That's
and
where the
best bathrooms.
Best bathrooms are there.
Yes, as long as you're near the Crystal Lounge, you're gonna get the best.
You're gonna get they're clean. All right, here's another one that I think you're gonna be interested in as well. I figured you would like this one. That's Kickstarter 101 for authors. This one's happening on Saturday, 11:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. Also at the River Pavilion, and this is going to be featuring the head of publishing, Oriana Lectar. Now, I'm curious, isn't there a strike with Kickstarter right now? Did you hear about that?
I've heard things. I really don't know what's going on.
Yeah, I heard there's something going on with Kickstarter. There's a strike going on, so I don't know the details behind it. What I do know is that if you're interested in starting a Kickstarter project, this is the panel you need to be in. So there's going to be
Right.
a lot
And
of
then
creators there.
wait for that strike to end
And then walk in and do your
before you
thing.
jump on there.
But it's good to hear a little bit about how Kickstarter works. I remember doing a Kickstarter way back when in 2010. That was the last time I did a Kickstarter when it's just started. How many years now? It's been like 16 years since then. Wow, it's been a long time.
It has been.
So there's that one. And the next panel is another big one. This is one
Oh,
that if you go, you're gonna have to go early. It starts at 11:45, but you might want to be there a little earlier.
you may want to be there at 9:45.
Yeah. Thankfully for me, I could be there at 11. It's It's two guys talking about comics. Todd McFarlane and J. Scott Campbell, two of the biggest names in comic books.
Well, remember, a big deal for J. Scott Campbell is he redrew She-Swan, and Todd kept that costume.
Yeah, he did something new. So they're gonna, and I'm sure that'll probably be a discussion that they're gonna have. This is scheduled for 1 hour, and we got welcome Marcelo to the Izzyverse.
Marcelo.
Not Marcelo from Saturday Night Live though.
I only wish it was Marcelo from Saturday Night Live.
Oh man,
I love
did
him.
Saturday Night Live this weekend?
Yes.
It was bad. It was terrible.
First of all, Huntrix was there. Okay, so I love that. All right, number one. Some of the sketches were ass.
The were bad.
The weekend update was still solid, even though the Dobby part. But listen, that weekend update, it's like, you know how, like, obviously, it's so obvious that they're still writing each other's segments.
Oh yeah, of course.
Because the things, the words that have to come out of their mouth when they're reading the prompter, they're like, ooh.
So Cliff, we got ourselves a super chat that just came in. Black Spiders with the 222. Flame on. With that being said,
pick a book.
We got to pick a book. So you got to pick from letter A to E. So pick a letter. So should we just give it to Black Spiders to make the pick, or you want to just go ahead and pick it?
Black Spiders, do you want me to pick or you pick?
Or just tell us what letter. A, B, C, D, or E.
Right. Black Spiders, give us a letter or tell me to pick it.
All right. I think every book in this thing is a banger. You know what? Every book's a banger here, man. And I hope
I want to believe it too. I
think it's gonna be fun. I think this is a fun one. All right, so Black Spiders, pick your letter. We'll give him a minute to do that as we're waiting for him to give me his letter. This panel, I don't know what to expect, but I hope to get something out of it.
And you will. Education. He picked letter E. Let's go.
Letter E. So letter E is going to be this one here. This one is, let's see, make sure it's letter E. So let's see if you guys see. Wow, look, Harley. There it is. You see the E?
Yeah.
There's the E. This is the first cover appearance of Reed Richards. Ultimate Reed Richards as the maker. This is a book that has so much potential, right? And a lot of people don't know about this book. It's Ultimate Comics, The Ultimates, issue number 9, the first cover appearance of the maker. And there you have it. Just going, I'm going to grab you. I'm going to take you there. So there you go. Congratulations. That's going to be added to the box. We still have some more books to add to the box here. So let's go to our next panel. And this is a fun one because if you haven't done it so far, we got DCKO. What's next? This is going to be featuring a couple of people, but it's going to be DCKO, Night Fight, DC Absolute Comic Books, Beyond, moderated by Paul Kamizinski and Rob Levin. It might also include some other people because I wouldn't be surprised if Scott Snyder shows up on this panel because that's kind of like his project, DCKO. Again, we don't know if DC is going to be doing any giveaways like Marvel does, but I wouldn't be too surprised if they do. So it's a possibility. That's happening in room 409. as well. And this next panel, I think, is going to be another pretty big panel. The Transformers and G.I. Joe, a new era for the Energon universe. This one is going to have Connor Hughes, Jorge Corona, Joshua Williamson, Robert Kurtman, and
Ooh.
yes, there is a special surprise giveaway in this panel.
Mm.
So another panel that will be a special surprise giveaway. And if anybody knows from last year and the year before that, there has been some great Transformers comic books, Transformer G.I. Joe, they went crazy in the aftermarket when they came out. So this is a panel you don't want to miss if you want to be able to get exclusive comic books. Again, if you buy the comic books off the showroom floor, which we're going to look at a little bit, it's no big deal, but these are the comic books that people usually hunt for because these are the panel books that not everybody can get. And they're very limited. Very limited. So this is one you want to be on the lookout for. And finally, for Saturday, you have Marvel Comics, the next big thing. Another panel featuring C.B. Cebulski, Nick Lowe. It's also going to have Will Moss and Dennis Camp. Chris Conde, Ultimate Wolverine, is going to be there. And Philip Kennedy Johnson, writer of The Incredible Hulk. They're going to be talking about the next projects that are coming in the next year, which include the Ultimate Endgame. And this one will also have an exclusive giveaway comic book. Would it be Ultimate Endgame? Last year was Blood Hunt. So it's a possibility. So you want to pay attention to this one. This one's happening at 3:30 on Saturday.
I will say at least Blood Hunt was actually interesting and did something.
But did it have any lasting effects?
World War Doom.
There you go. Okay.
That's a tremendous lasting effect. And then World War Doom, that could have been 3 months, 4 months. No, they're like, it's all year, baby. All year.
All right. There you have it. That's Saturday. Whew. We're going. We're doing this. Let me get this. Let me get the next one ready for you guys. And gotta close that up. Don't need that. And we're now going to do Sunday. Now, Sunday's a quiet day. Not really much is going on Sunday. And it's usually the case. Sunday is usually the day people just relax. They buy their final books and all that. So when it comes to Sunday, all the news is already out. You know, people know everything. But one of the panels I think was an interesting one is that everything you need to know about indie publishing. Another panel for you, Cliff, and anybody who is an indie creator. This is one, again, happening in River Pavilion. That's usually where they're going to have the pro panel. So a lot of people are going to be hanging out in there. And talks a little bit about creating, self-publishing your book, whether you want to go through a digital route, if you want to do like web comics, if you want to do self-publishing, and some of the challenges, the opportunities, the obstacles that you may face as an indie creator. One of the things that people don't know about indie creators is that when you are, you know, trying to get funding for your comic book, you should already have a principal money for it instead of counting on other people, because what you're really asking for is for the money for the next project. A lot of people have a tendency, oh no, I'm using the money to build the project. No, you want to have the project ready.
That is too advanced.
Yeah.
Okay. You gotta be. When it's your first time out, you do need capital to get it started. But when it's your first time out, you need the capital to bring it to life.
Yeah.
That's like your final stage, because this is your literal first time. You can't. You know, the next thing is, okay, phase 1 was successful. Then phase 2. You need that to actually fire off, and then it started. And hopefully there's momentum there. That's when you're like, okay, each one is actually funding the next event. That's great, but you need to know certain things about getting your first one out the door, and I feel like that's what they really need to focus on.
Yeah, and a lot of people fail at that very first. They just can't get past that.
Right, they can't get past it. You know, and listen, and for some of us, it's just great to know, hey, I did the one. And it was what it was, but I did it. You know, I got it out there. And Like I always tell people, like if I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna do it for real. I'm gonna get it out there, and if it lands, it lands, and great, and I can do more. And if it doesn't, it doesn't. But I know that I put out what I believed in.
Mm-hmm. And finally, I put this last panel for you.
Uh-oh.
Image Comics presents Kyle Higgins' Radiant Black and the Massiverse.
Come on. Come
this
on.
is gonna feature Kyle Higgins,
Papa Bear approved. Come on.
Brian Bulicello, Melissa Flores, Ryan Parrott, and some special surprise guests. All to talk a little bit about the Massiverse. And that's happening on Sunday at 2 o'clock to 3 o'clock. I might end up going to this one too, because again, Sunday is a quiet day. Usually everybody gets
Sunday's a quiet day. Sunday's the day that I usually get sick because everybody brings their children and they storm the gates.
Well, that's usually the kids' day. That's why.
Yeah, family day.
Family day, but it's, it's
in the meantime, I'm in aisle E1011 being like, cover them boobies. There's children here.
Oh my goodness. There you have it. Those are your panels for New York Comic Con. You know what? I'm really happy about that. I like the way it's gonna turn out. I'm super excited for the show. I again, like most things, I don't know what to expect, so we'll see what happens. Anything that struck out? I know you mentioned some of the panels that you picked, but any panels that you thought were panels that you think are really worth it?
Obviously I have a preference for the creator stuff. So like, you want to be self-published, you want to get into Kickstarter, all like that's great. Like, so I'm big on that. I'm personally, I already selected the, behind the movies and stuff because I love storytelling. But I think the Marvel and DC panels should be exciting and a possible giveaway. And also, but the one that I missed that you included, Massiverse, absolutely. And wouldn't it be lovely if they did have a little giveaway surprise too?
That would be cool. We don't know until we know, right?
It's true.
So it is now time for our next segment. One I'm super excited for because it's going to be a lot of fun. And I think it's one that everybody that's watching is going to enjoy as well because you could be a part of it. It's what I like to call spec it, slab it, sell it. And there you have it. This is the New York Comic Con special edition of Spec It, Slab It, Sell It. Every single book that we are going to cover today in this section, which is an extended edition, is going to be a book from New York Comic Con. It is a New York Comic Con exclusive that I picked. I picked a certain number, and trust me, there's a lot to talk about, to the point that I printed out the PowerPoint because I don't know it all. So we're gonna start things off with the one I think you might scrap just for the hell of it. We're gonna start right in the bottom, starting with our first set, which is all Fame books. Our first one is the Back to the Future Fame, limited to 150 copies. That's going to be in booth 3935. The Scarface foil, that's going to be limited to 200 copies. That's going to be in booth 3801. And finally, the Laboon cover. This one actually might be a big book. This one's going to be limited to 150 copies in booth A29. So, Cliff, go ahead. Which one are you? You got to keep one of those. Spec it, slab it, or sell it.
I'm going to spec Labubu. I'm going to trash everything else. You know what? Like,
you can't trash it. You have to put.
Nobody. I don't know who.
It's
chat. Let me know who wants this, because at least I know somebody wants Labubu. you know. But you
You're
know,
gonna
and
spec
like
Labubu? You're specking Labubu?
I would spec Labubu. Labubu is wildly, insanely, disgustingly popular. I don't understand it, but I'm not dumb. I know it's what's hot right now, so I'm gonna spec Labubu.
Okay.
And you know, Scarface has been forever ruined for me by my sibling. And Back to the Future's cute. Maybe, you know, I do like pink on my cover. Maybe I'll slab it, you know?
Okay, so you're specking Labubu.
Yeah.
You're slabbing Back to the Future.
Yeah. I'm
And you're
selling Scarface. But like
okay.
you know, in my heart of hearts, like I have zero desire for any of
That's why I started with that one.
like I'm like, can we scrap them all
So
and start again?
no, you can't. That's the point. That's why I said I'm gonna change it up a little bit. He gave me
Oh.
some, but I said I'm gonna change it up.
Did you
Oh,
did you know I was gonna feel so
oh hell yeah! I was ready for
all
it.
three of them?
I was ready because you know what? I think the Labubu and the Scarface specifically, those two books, there is a following for them, right?
Yeah.
I know Scarface is just there's something about Scarface that people just go crazy for, right? These are awful.
Thank you, Austin. You my man. Thank you.
I'll take the demon toy cover and sell it. Labuho.
Thank you. Thank you.
But you know what's funny? I didn't include any V friends. So V friends is gonna be there. So I don't know what to expect with the V friends. Those that's gonna be insane. But I'm torn between the Scarface and the Labubu. The one I will keep and slap for myself is gonna be the Back to the Future. I'm gonna keep the Back to the Future because I love Back to the Future. That's that's my movie. That's one of my favorite movies. There's two versions of this cover. There's this one, and then there's the actual skateboard one. But this one has the boots, the shoes, the hoverboard, and all that stuff. So that's the one I'm going to slap. I think I'm going to sell the Scarface because I feel like the Scarface I could probably. Well, no, I take that back. I'm gonna spec on the Scarface because I think I'll be able to sell that at any given time. The Labubu, I'm gonna sell it now because I don't think Labubu's gonna last. I think this is its time, and this is its only time. So, I'm specking Scarface. I'm slabbing Back to the Future, and I'm selling Labubu. That's the way I'm going. You ready for the next one?
Mm-hmm.
Let's do this. All right. For our next one. I gotta get the paper ready. Oh yeah, this is a fun one too. Uh, these are tidal wave books. So the other one were fake books. These are tidal wave. So I can already see it in your face. But there is something special about these that are a little different. You have history of slasher number one, limited to only 100 copies. You have the history of hip hop featuring Big Pun and the Bronx in all its glory, Puerto Rican. And then finally, you got history of classic monsters limited to 120. This is a very Gary Comics exclusive.
Oh, Gary, good for you. I actually think it's a neat cover.
It is a cool cover. I'll admit to that one. But all of them are considered. They're called orbits, which is they're from Tidal Wave, I believe, as well. I think Collector Cave is going to be selling these. So you got the horror one with Michael Myers. You got the Big Pun cover, which I know DJ is excited for this one, and you got Fear Fellas with the classic monsters in a Goodfellas homage. All right, I'm supposed to go first for this one, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so
I want to slab two of them.
you want to? Oh wow! Well, you can only do one. Okay, so I'm gonna sell Big Pun. I'm gonna sell Big Pun. I'm gonna slab Fear Fellas. because I think that's definitely worth slabbing. Fear Fellas, I'm gonna slab. Big Pun, I'm going to sell, and I'm gonna spec on the actually the Michael Myers. I should just get rid of that thing, right? Sell Michael Myers, sell, slab the Fear Fellas, and spec on Big Pun. Yep, that's so specking. I'm specking Big Pun. I'm slabbing Fear Fellas, and I'm selling the Michael Myers cover.
Oh, this is no fun. Those are my answers.
Oh, so say that again. Say
I said this is no fun. These are my answers. I'm selling the Michael Myers. I'm specking Big Pun.
Big
I'm
Pun.
slabbing Fear Fellas. You know, I would happily slab Big Pun and Fear Fellas in real life.
I don't have the artist name for the Fear Fellas. I could get that information, but if you go to either Key Collector or CovrPrice, they'll say who the artist attached to it. I did grab some artists for this one. I didn't do it, largely because I don't know most of the artists for these, so that's the case there. All right, so let's go to our next one. Okay, now we're gonna go into more. We're gonna go to specific titles, right? And we're gonna stick to Absolute Batman issue number 13. So, do you know what book this is?
Catwoman. Oh, and Harley Quinn.
Catwoman, yeah, and a Harley Quinn, yeah, the new Harley Quinn, which I don't know how people feel about that one. So, our first Absolute Batman is going to be the God Tell variant. That's going to be in the comic sketch booth.
Mm-hmm.
Then you have a Battle Damage Tyler Kirkham. That's going to be in booth 3753 as well as 4552. And finally, you got the Mark Brooks.
Bravo, baby. Bravo.
All right. It's your turn. You make it.
I'm going to spec Tyler Kirkham. I'm going to slab Mark Brooks, and I'm going to sell that other one.
You got to sell the God Tell?
Yes.
All right. So, see, I'm torn between the Tyler Kirkham as well as the Mark Brooks. The Mark Brooks book, I think, is the best of the bunch.
Yes.
Mark Brooks killed it with this cover. This is a book that I actually do plan on picking up. But I like the Tyler Kirkham, and I like the fact that Tyler Kirkham's one of those. He has a theme, and now he's including a Battle Damage Catwoman, Absolute Catwoman, which, dare I say, this Catwoman is sexier than the regular Catwoman?
It's because that Afro-Brazilian is calling to you.
Dude, she is hot, man. I don't care how you look at it. I think it's the way they're just pushing her,
Yeah.
her bosom.
Her assets.
Well, I don't know if it's the assets. It's something
Her
else.
personality.
Yeah.
She's just oozing personality
Yeah,
through her
yeah,
clothing.
something
Yes.
like that. But you know what? When I look at the Tyler not the Tyler Curtin, when I look at the Mark Brooks, I actually it doesn't feel like a Mark Brooks to me. It actually feels more like a Dan Panosian. You know what I'm talking about? It feels like that. The Godtell one is great too, but you don't really. It's not. The other two is like, yeah. That one's like, yeah, she's on top of a gargoyle and he has his tongue out. So let's see here. I am going to spec on the Tyler Kirkham because I do believe that's a book that I could hold on, and there'll probably be some more Tyler Kirkham Battle Damage. I'm slabbing that Mark Brooks, and the Godtell is gonna be sold.
Once again, we agree. I hope we're not boring people.
Well, you guys have a chance to play this in the chat, so you could definitely play it, and I know you guys are gonna feel that way. I think we're gonna have disagreements on some. Don't worry, we're gonna get there. We're definitely gonna get there. We might get there with the next one.
Let's see.
Okay, so with the next one, we're gonna do blind bags now, but we're gonna be doing the Marvel blind bag. So Marvel is introducing a blind bag, and within the blind bags are multiple comic books. I decided to pick these three. These three are all going to be in a blind bag, and the first one is going to be a Spider-Verse versus Venomverse, the John Boy Myers. It's limited to 100, 1,500. Matter of fact, they're all 1,500, and they're all going to be on booth 1,000. All right, so that's that one. And I love the fact that you got multiple characters here in this one. Then you have a Kevin Eastman Ultimate Wolverine, which is it's a very interesting. I like the way it comes out. And then finally, we got Tyler Kirkham again, but this time with the One World Under Doom issue, #1. And all of these are limited to 1,500. You could get the blind bags at booth 1,000. So it's my turn, right?
It is.
This was a tough one for me. This is absolutely a tough one. Now, oh damn. I'm gonna spec the Doom because it's Doom, right? We got plenty of time for Doom. I'm specking the Doom, but I'm torn. I'm absolutely torn by the Spider-Verse and the Wolverine. But I'm gonna slap the Spider-Verse because it has Jeff as a Venomized Jeff. That's gonna be my slab, and I'm selling the Kevin Eastman Wolverine. Fine, that's it. That's where I'm going for it.
In real life, I would slab Spider-Verse and Doom. But for the sake of the game, Doom gets slabbed because that cover is fire. Spider-Verse gets specced because everybody loves Spidey. And that Ultimate Wolverine is trash, so it's going to be sold.
You don't like Kevin Eastman's Ultimate Wolverine? It's Kevin
sell,
Eastman.
Sell it to somebody.
I can't believe you said trash, man. That's kind of messed up, man.
Trash might be strong word.
Yes,
but,
it is.
I have a guttural dislike for that image. So yeah, I mean, it feels like Bebop. It got like shoved into a Wolverine costume.
Probably, right?
Yeah, like the claws don't make like which way are the claws supposed to be going?
Well, he's like this. Something.
I know, but I don't like the way the claws are drawn. Like I don't care for it. I don't care for it. You know, we got two, and the thing is, it's in the middle of two really beautiful covers. You know, like this is just an iconically Spidey-ish cover, and then the Doom, beautiful, and then you got whatever this is in the middle. You know,
so these are all going to be foils. They're all foilies.
Oh, okay. Even more reason I want to start slabbing everything, and all the more reason that Wolverine's got to go.
Okay. So there you have it, guys. All right, let's take a look at our next mix. And this is now you started off. All right, now just came out this week, DCKO. And with that, there are going to be a plethora of DCKO books, variants that you could pick up. The first one is coming from Sketch Art, comic Sketch Art, and it's going to be the Clay Man cover. Kind of like that looks pretty cool. Batman versus Superman.
I like Clayman usually.
All right. Then you have the Comic Mint, limited to 800 copies. That's going to be on booth 3635, right? Natalie Sanders. A Harley Quinn with a nice DC belt. I like the belt. She got the belt going on, so that's pretty cool. And I like the look and feel. It's very elegant the way it looks, and you know she's dressed up as a wrestler, so I like that too. All right, and then finally, the BTC limited to 3,000.
Are you frozen? Am I frozen? Who's frozen? I can't tell who's frozen. He's frozen. Oh no. Oh no. Do I have to run things? Oh my gosh, what an awkward place. I need to see that third book. And listen, I know y'all love your Harley and stuff, but like I can't. Oh no. It got worse. It did get worse. It's just me. Hi. Black Spider, sell everything. Yeah, I don't know. And then like the last one's supposed to be a cover. There we go.
Yeah, I think my screen's froze.
Oh yeah, no, you totally froze because I'm sitting there. I'm like, I'm alone.
I'm literally talking to you the same way, so it's the same thing.
Yeah, but I have the live stream on the side, and I see that I'm still talking and you're not moving. I'm like, oh no, it's me.
and it looks the same way from my end. That's the funny part about it. All right, let's go back to the stream. Okay, so the other one is, as I mentioned, the Clay Clayman DCKO with Superman and Batman. You got the Harley Quinn done by Natalie Sanders, so that's Comet Mint. And then you got the David Woodkins BTC Lobo, the main man in the cover.
Okay, now this is interesting.
I like this better.
All right. All right. So we're selling Harley no matter what. I mean, like cool, but like obviously it's so not necessarily for me.
It's not your girl. You can sell it to me then.
Yeah. No, I will sell
You
to
can
you.
sell
And
you can sell it to Austin. He loves the Harley.
yeah, like I mean, it's like cool, but like
It's a great cover though.
yeah, but I'm not a wrestler. I'm not a headlight chaser, obviously. You know. I love things that are going on the cover. So Clayman, Superman battling Batman is exciting. Okay, so like let's get right down to it. We're selling Harley, we're slabbing Superman, Batman, Clayman, and we're gonna spec the Lobo because I'm sure once he appears on film, this book might have some meaning.
Lobo, keep it. I have a home for Lobo.
Yeah, I gotta tell you, the Lobo is like, again, in real life, may just keep the Lobo,
Yeah,
and the Clayman.
I actually like all three of them. This is a challenging one for me, but I think you see, it's a toss up between the Lobo and the Harley Quinn for me. So the Superman Batman one, I'm actually selling that one. That one's gonna go immediately. But the other two, that's where the challenge lies for me. Um, I think I'm gonna slap the Harley Quinn because I think that is just a beautiful cover. Where the Lobo one, it's also a great cover, but it's just put up your dukes, come on. So I think the Harley Quinn one actually has more. This will look good on the wall, by the way. That image will look great on the wall, especially because it has like a magazine feel to it as well. So I am going to spec Lobo. I'm going to slab Harley Quinn, and I'm gonna sell the Clayman. So you see, we do have differences. All right. And Austin said it. I made the right choice.
Well, of course.
And Black Spires will buy 2 Lobos. So yeah, and it's just that Harley Quinn one's really nice, man. It is really nice. I really dig it, man. Lobo PSA. I like that. Black Spires. Okay. Now we're gonna go with another title. That I think is one of those titles I think a lot of people are going to be hunting for. I already know how you're gonna choose. You ready? We're gonna go with Department of Truth variants.
Oh God. Okay.
The first one. Don't say a thing. Okay. Let me just show them for you. Okay. Is it my turn or is it your turn? I don't even remember anymore.
It's your turn this time.
It's my turn? Okay. All right. So the first book is a gossip book done by David Romero. It's going to be on Booth HB 907. And that's the book. Then you have an homage to Akira featuring Elvis. And that's going to be a Biztec Javier cover. And that's going to be on Booth 3822. Limited to only 300 copies. And then finally, a Matt Wilson, which I think is a beautiful piece. And Matt Wilson is a good friend of mine. It's limited to 200. This is going to be a Scott's Collectible Booth L41. And it's definitely my place. I'm slapping the Elvis immediately. I'm going to spec on the Matt Wilson. And I'm selling the gossip. I call it the gossip book, the paparazzi book. I don't know what to call it.
It's a rag. It's like it's the National Enquirer.
And that's the point. That's the one I'm going to be selling. All right. As if I don't know what you're going to pick.
All right. So I'm going to slab the Akira thing. The Akira variant homage. I'm going to slab the Akira homage. I'm going to spec what's her name over the White House, and I'm going to sell the National Enquirer thing.
You're not going to keep the National Enquirer? Look at those ribs, those abs, man.
I'm sorry. Is my man on that cover? My man is not on that cover.
But how do you not know
I have
this is your man?
None of them are my man. Listen, I got 10 men. Okay, I got 10 men. All right, 2 of those 10 men. One is named Glenn Powell. All right.
But how do you not know if that's Glenn Powell or not?
That is not Glenn Powell. I know
How
that
do you know
man's
that?
body because I know his body. And I know people's bodies because I'm hyper vigilant because of trust issues in my childhood that I could talk about all day and all night. But let me tell you, I know people's bodies. One time I went to a memorial walk for a coworker's husband, right? And we're there, and everyone's like, "Oh, I see her over here." I said, "No, that's her twin sister." "How do you know?" And I was like, "Because her hips are wider. Our girl's over here on the left." And all the straight girls were like, "Cliff, why are you looking at women's hips? I don't understand." And I'm like, "I'm hyper vigilant. I have trust issues. This bitch has got a twin. I've been keeping an eye on them for 16 months.
Nightwing is his main man. There you go.
Pumpkin season, bitches. Pumpkin season.
Oh god, we haven't even talked about the trending books. I just forgot about that. Okay, so you're slabbing the Elvis Akira.
Yeah, Akira homage. Yeah, because I kind of like the cape factor. I've always enjoyed this. I've always enjoyed this illusion of Elvis being so enthralled by Captain Marvel Jr. I really like it. I just,
Cool. All right. There you go. Pumpkin season, just like you said it. All right. So there you have it. Let's move to our next one, and we're going to be focusing our attention now to Transformers. So let's get started with Transformers 25. This was limited to 120. It's going to be an eBay Live, and it's a gorgeous piece done by Bill Sienkiewicz, who happened to have done the first cover to Transformers. So nice little callback there. Then you have 2 pieces done by Dan Mora. The first one is Transformers #1, which features a gorgeous Soundwave. And then finally, that's going to be in Comic Mint. And in the East Side Comics is going to feature a piece of the team. And that's also Dan Mora. All those 2 are going to be limited to 300. Comic Mint, East Side Comics. East Side Comics is going to be booth 3816. I don't have any information on where the Comic Mint is going to be. So this is your turn.
All right. I am going to slab the Sienkiewicz. I'm going to spec the Dan Mora. Who was this guy with the thing, with the cannon on the shoulder thing?
That's Soundwave.
All right, so we're going to spec the Soundwave cover. I'm going to sell the other cover.
I think the Soundwave cover should be sold.
Yeah, but this is about what I like.
I know. I
So,
like the
like-
Sienkiewicz. I would slap the Sienkiewicz.
Oh, right. I was going to say, I feel like the easy answer is slab the Sienkiewicz.
Yeah, the Sienkiewicz is an easy slap, and I'm pretty sure my boy Durs is going to have that one. So I got to talk to him about that one. That's limited to 120 copies. That's a very small amount of books. So
Yeah.
that's a book that I'm going to have to grab.
So
as
what,
soon
you
as I
think
can.
specking Soundwave is the wrong way?
I'm not saying specking Soundwave is the wrong way. I think specking Soundwave means that he hasn't had a moment to shine just yet.
Well, he hasn't. He's had other he has his next. Another moment for him to shine will come. Is my point.
Yeah, and that's what I mean. I mean, like, in this run, he's been part of it, but he hasn't been like the focal point. So I think the time will come that he will be the focal point sooner or later. But he's Soundwave, so he's awesome. While the other cover just features the group, which is great. So that's a great book. So I'm specking Soundwave. I'm slabbing Optimus. I'm selling the group shot. But to be honest with you, I want all 3. I want all 3.
In the meantime, I'm like, I probably want the Sienkiewicz slab, and the rest can go.
Yeah. All right.
Like I like my damn more art to feature capes and cowls.
Well, Deb, you know what? I look at this and I don't even know. Like at first glance, I didn't even know it was Dan Mora.
No, neither one of them say Dan Mora to me, which is cool. I'm glad that he can do this, but at the same time,
Yeah.
I have not had my Marvel DC thirst quenched by Dan Mora yet.
Well, this is one of those opportunities for me that I'm looking at now and saying to myself, if this is how he's doing Transformers covers, I'm just curious to see what his interiors are going to look like.
Indeed.
So that's a good thing. Our next one, we're going to be focusing on an artist now.
Oh, a singular artist.
Yep, and it's part of the Jang Gang. We're going to be looking at some John Jang covers that are coming out, starting with the Doom 2029, 2099, number one. That's limited to 1,000. This is the big time collectibles. Booth 3744. So far, the only Star Wars book at the con, as of right now, is the Legacy of Vader issue number 8. I'm not sure who this character is, but it's the only Star Wars book. And finally, Fantastic Four issue number 3. This one's limited to 1,600. This is also big time collectibles featuring Galactus and Silver Surfer. Now, there's some other Jang books. There's a beautiful Wonder Woman piece that he did as well. I'm definitely looking at that one. But I figured since the Star Wars is the only one that's out there, put it here. And you know what? That Fantastic Four, Galactus and Silver Surfer, that's just gorgeous to me. So, is it your turn or my turn?
It's my turn.
Go for it.
All right. So I have a lot of love for Doom 2099 and a Fantastic Four cover. So for sure, I'm slabbing Doom. I'm selling Star Wars. I'm gonna spec the Fantastic Four one. In real life, I would just slab the Fantastic Four and Doom and get rid of the Vader one. But there you have it.
All right.
So slab it, sell it, spec it.
I'm going to go a different route. I am slabbing the Fantastic Four. That's a book I want. The Doom one, I feel like he's done this one before with the Green Doom. So it's very similar in nature, so it doesn't feel as authentic.
Right. In the meantime, I want them next to each other. I want them to be together.
They're copy, and the same thing could be said for the Star Wars one because I've seen him do this pose before. Right. So those two books, the Doom and the Vader, I've seen him do these before. So what I'm looking at is someone that just did the same thing and just changed a few things. So the one I'm going to sell is going to be the Vader. Only because I know this book is going to walk out the door. Right now it's the only Star Wars book in this whole convention.
There's a
that
reason
we know of. That we know of right now. Do you think there's a reason for that?
I'm just saying they don't command as much attention as they used to.
Well, it's a first. I do believe it's a first appearance, but I don't know for sure. The Doom one is going to be spec'd on. The Vader's going to be sold. The Fantastic Four is going to be slabbed because the Doom one, I'm pretty sure I'll be able to sell that at a later time. All right. Let's see. What do I got? And I think we have two more. Oh, no. I got rid of one. Oh, darn it. I got rid of one. I knew I did something. I knew I screwed up somewhere. All right. The one that I didn't want to get rid of, I have to go back. All right. So we got here the Harley Quinn Elvira covers. This is a Sosomaki cover. This is going to be in Comic Kingdom, limited to 600. The next one is the Desperately Seeking Susie homage, which is pretty cool.
Desperately Seeking Susan homage. Okay.
All right. And that's going to be done by Buzz. That was done by Buzz. And then this one is the Kayad Sinuhina. This is the Knights of Comics. They're going to be selling this one. I feel like that's also an homage, but I'm not 100% sure. So it's your go, right?
Yes. All right. Starting on the right, I can't identify the homage. I love the Bad Girls license plate. I love the look of them. Definitely, I'm slabbing that one. I'm selling Harley Quinn Elvira, the Dynamite edition, and I'm gonna spec the one on the left. See, you slab them all. I'm gonna spec the one on the left. But my favorite of the three is the one on the right.
Which is the one on the right. So that's
The Bad
the
Girls
last one, the Bad
car.
Girls car.
Yeah.
See, that's the one I'm gonna sell.
I don't know why. That one's really like good.
It's cool and it looks like Elvira. Out of all of them, that's the one that
Yeah,
actually
it
looks
really
like
looks like
Elvira.
Elvira.
That was the one that looks like Elvira. But I'm a huge fan of Sozomaki's artwork. I love Sozomaki's artwork. But I like the Desperate Seeking Susan cover. I like that one a lot. So that's the one that's going to be slab because it's just a cool homage that you don't get to see that often. And the Sozomaki, unfortunately, is going to be specced on. I do believe that one could be moved in time. So that's how I'm going to do it. Let's take a break for a moment because I have to get one set in. This is like a must. I don't know how I deleted it, but I have to get this set in. So it's gonna take me a quick second. Cliff, in the meantime, what are you up to?
Well, there's so many. I was recently on Only Slabs over on Rob's Fat Sexy Comics. It was a great episode. Highly recommend you give it a watch. You know, a lot of my slab acquisitions from this year, including a lot of Legion superhero stuff, which of course I'm excited about. But the other stuff I showed was quite exciting too. I'm gonna do comics and cocktails this Friday evening at 9 p.m. with Paul from Sector 2815, and that's gonna be lovely. And you know, as usual, you can find me on the Council of Comics, 5 p.m. Eastern Sundays, 8 p.m. Eastern Mondays, and 8 p.m. Eastern Wednesdays for our open live forum. And that's also really lovely. So anytime, folks, you want to drop on by on a Wednesday, we'd love to have you. Just make sure your camera's on. We ain't playing games.
All right, we're almost there because it's actually not that hard because I knew exactly what I had to get. So that's the good news. So we're gonna get this last set because I want to get this last set in, and I feel like it's a must. I have to
It's a
include this.
must.
This is a must for me. So let's go ahead and we're going back here. Where are you, Cliff? I gotta find you. Now I lost you. All right, there you are. All right, let's go ahead and let's share this last group because it's necessary. And you guys are gonna see why we're doing this one. All right. Well, Austin, it's been a blast, man. Thanks for hanging out with us.
Love that, Austin.
All right, let's do our last group. You ready? This
I'm ready.
is Jenny Frison.
All Jenny Frison?
All Jenny Frison.
Oh, okay.
We're gonna do the Catwoman.
All right.
So, classic. Look at that outfit, man.
Lingerie. Okay, lingerie Catwoman. Keep it coming.
All right, we got that one. We got a banger of a Wonder Woman comic. So those two are actually going in a set. You know, it kind of have the same background. Both of them are foils. All of this are going to be in the Nomos booth. And and the last one, the Pop Kill cover. So I'm going to let you do this one.
Okay. I'm gonna slab the Pop Kill. I mean, I really want to slab the Wonder Woman, but that Pop Kill is a great cover. I'm going to slab the Pop Kill, spec the Catwoman, sell the Wonder Woman.
Okay. First off, gotta say what's up to my boy Travis.
Hey Travis, what's up?
Travis. All right. I as of right now, the Pop Kill cover is the book of the con, unless something comes out of nowhere. This is going to be the hottest book of the con, in my opinion, and in the opinion of a lot of other people. It is that good of a cover. It's Jenny Frison doing a cover that doesn't really look like a Jenny Frison, because the other two are pretty obvious.
Yeah, the eye and the shading are very Frison.
Well, yeah, she has this grainy look to her style, right? That's there. It's actually present, but it's not as prevalent, right? So that's what makes it a little different. So that's the book of the con. So I don't even know whether I should sell it right now because it's going to be that hot.
Yeah, in the meantime, I'm like, this one's gorgeous. Like, I need to slab it and keep it.
Right? If I'm going to be a dirty flipper, that's the book I got to flip, because that's the book that's going to command money. In fact, it's already been commanding money in the aftermarket. People are already talking about, getting it. Now, the catch is you have to pay. It's part of a set, so you have to actually buy 2 books for that one. All right, I think there's a trade dress and there's a virgin. This is obviously the trade dress. So the virgin doesn't have the pop kill, and it's going for $80 at the booth, but it's going for more, and it's only limited to 200 copies. So it has a very limited quantity to it. The other 2, I do believe they're reprinting the books. So with that, yeah, so they're reprints of other Jenny Frison covers that she's done. Oh damn! You see, damn, this is so hard.
I didn't think it was that hard, but okay.
It is hard because they're all nice. I think I have to. If I want the money, I gotta sell the pop kill. You know what I'm saying? I gotta sell the pop kill if I want the money. So I gotta sell the pop kill, not because I want to, because I want the money. So pop kill is gonna be sold. I'm going to slab the Catwoman because I think it's a better cover, and I'm specking the Wonder Woman. There you go. There you have it.
Interesting.
And Travis is with Cliff.
Oh, he is. Right on,
Yes,
baby.
All right. There you have it, guys. Those were some of the books that are going to be in New York Comic Con this weekend, starting with Thursday. If you want any of these books, I suggest be there on Thursday because these books will sell out fast. Many of these books will be gone before the show even starts. I can tell you that much. That was fun, Cliff.
That was pretty good. That was pretty good. I always have a good time with this. But that opener, I was like, no one asked for these.
Well, that's why I had to start it off that way. I was like, we got to start off this one nice and simple. All right. With that being said, guys, we are now going into this part of the show that we always have to do. And we have to go, before we even do that, before we start talking about what's trending this week, we have an announcement to make. Both Cliff and I are going to be partaking in a couple of weeks, a very special event. The announcement has been made. So let's take a minute to see what's happening in 2 weeks. And that's right. This is actually my 3rd Comics Curing Cancer, and I'll be hosting the Sketchy Show on Friday, October 24th from 4 to 9 p.m. We already have some great artists already attached to this event. All proceeds are going to go to the Comics Curing Cancer site. It is a campaign. It's an American Cancer Society campaign. I know, Cliff, you are going to be partaking as well. We did see Cliff on comics. So talk a little bit about what you're going to be doing during.
So Sunday after Aussieverse, I'll be doing shenanigans because that's what to expect. shenanigans and things to purchase or raffle or however it's going to work, one slab will come down from my wall. It won't be that exciting, but it'll be exciting enough.
Pumpkin spicy.
Yeah, no, not pumpkin. Pumpkin spice for me all day, all night.
All right. So with that being said, Cliff,
There's gonna be a lot of trivia. I will say that.
there's gonna be a lot of trivia.
Yes.
It's gonna be exciting. But what is the goal for you? We do have a goal. I think it's 55,000.
If we hit 60,000 by the end of the last minute of the last hour of the day of the last day of Comic Stream Cancer across all time zones, right? If we hit 60,000, I will get the Comic Stream Cancer tattoo. I already got my boy Remy lined up to do the tattoo.
Oh, Remy's doing the tattoo?
No, my friend Remy.
Oh, I was about to say.
Not our friend Remy Q, my friend Remy Soul. I got them all lined up to do it. We will live stream it. It will be great.
You guys heard it here. Make sure you partake. You could actually
hit that 60,000 people. Just throw money. Throw money.
Donate as of today, man, because the goal is to hit 60,000 by the end of that day. But you can
right, but I like the end of the 24-hour period of that day in all time zones.
That's awesome. So
I'm giving.
I don't know why it's awesome about the tattoo, but I'm just saying, it's awesome. But
and let me tell you, I absolutely have no desire to get a tattoo. I'm really, really, really like not looking forward to it or anything.
Did you mention it to any family members or anything like that?
Oh, my mother is repulsed by it because she's like, I already have 2 children with tattoos. Why would you do this to me? She's like, why does it have to be all my children?
Yeah,
my mom is a very my mom is a very your body is your temple kind of gal. So but again, I mean, don't threaten me with a good time. Hit 60,000 people. Hit 60,000.
Let's make it happen just for Cliff. All right, let's talk about some trending comics. You ready for it?
I'm ready.
It is now time to talk about the top trending comics for the second week of October. I know it is October 7th, so it's technically the first week, but we kind of counted last week as the first week of October. We have here some returning guests and some new stuff. So let's do it like I always ask you to, Cliff. Your immediate thoughts, nice and simple, nice and quick.
I love pumpkins. I love a bad bitch. I don't know why you're here, Spider-Man. And also, last but not least, Afterlife with Archie makes a comeback every spooky season. So there we are.
But there's more to it than just that. So let's talk a little bit about these honorable mentions, right? We looked at those books. Those are books that are part of the top 10. However, these books here did not quite make the top 10. They were close, but they didn't make it. Starting with Simpsons Comics and Stories issue number 1. This is, believe it or not, the first comic book appearance of The Simpsons. I'm happy to say I have this copy. I recently just obtained this copy as a gift. It was
I'm pretty sure a regular copy of this book is not even a bank. It doesn't even break the bank.
It's about $20 right now.
Yeah, but there are particular versions of this. There's something unique about them that make them expensive. I don't remember what it is.
So I'll tell you what it is. So there is a Butterfinger comic where if you got the Butterfinger wrapper, you send it out, because that's what we used to do back in the day. When we get a candy bar or something like that, you get a free comic book.
God, remember mailing away. I mailed away for Steppenwolf for superpowers.
I did one for a Wolverine with Jubilee in the cover, done by Sam Keith. But it was definitely a chocolate bar of some kind. I don't remember the chocolate bar name. And this was for Butterfinger, because if you remember, nobody better lay a finger on my Butterfinger. That was Bart Simpson.
That was like 3 years of Bart Simpson doing that commercial.
Yeah, so that's where you got it. And the comic book's actually smaller than normal. The book, this one in specifically, the actual copy, it's about a $20 book. It's not expensive, which is a little shocking being that it's the first Simpsons comic. But it is in the list. It is an honorable mention simply because they did an announcement that they are going to make a Simpson movie that's supposed to be scheduled to come out, I believe, in 2 years, in the summertime. So that's why this book has made the list, because the announcement has been made for a Simpson movie. You ready for our next one?
Yes.
This is all yours, baby.
Hey, Soups with that chisel fur. How you doing, baby?
All right. So Superman 30 stays as an honorable mention. It still has some pretty good sales figures, and that's why it's still here. However, it didn't quite make it to a top 10 list. However, it is still considered an honorable mention.
And a worthy one.
Mhm. All right. And finally, our last honorable mention is Mr. Terrific, Year One, Issue Number One. This is a new book. This book came out this year. Mr. Terrific has been getting some more traction again. People are liking the character from the Superman movie, and people have started to actually start to collect Mr. Terrific comic books. There's not that many Mr. Terrific keys. You might want to look for the Spectre comic book. That's the actual big book. But this is one that's now gaining about $15 in the aftermarket right now. All right. Those are your honorable mentions for this week. Let's go into our list at number 10. And at number 10 is Vigilante number one. This book came out in 1983 for DC Comics. $9 near mint was the last.
And he froze again. Oh, Adrian Chase, what a rough time you had in the comics. And you're nothing like your television counterpart, but that's okay. We still like you. If y'all are looking for a good book to pick up while we're just hanging out, Black Hammer Justice League was a great series done by Jeff Lemire. I thought that was a pretty cool crossover. I mean, not my favorite art of all time, but like, it gets the job done. It gets the job done. I may dig that out. I may have to dig that out for Comics During Cancer. Who knows? Who knows? I'm also trying to dig out some Frank Cho variants. So that'll be interesting. That will be interesting. Also interesting,
Why
set up.
freezing so much? My stream is kind of
And
crappy.
he's back. He's back, folks.
My screen. I don't know what's going on with my screen.
Which computer are you using?
The regular computer that I always use.
Right, but is that the good one or the
Yes.
one? Okay.
No, this is the good one. This is, trust me, it's not the computer, it's the network. It's the network. It's not the computer. Anyway,
And are you getting it from a good provider or are you getting it from the best deal provider?
the only provider.
Okay.
So it's
there we go.
it's my Optimum, man. I miss my.
Oh
files.
my God! Don't even get me started because they tick me off too.
Yeah. Did you get all the figures?
On this?
Yeah, all the stats.
No.
I don't know where I froze. That's the whole thing.
No, you froze like as soon as we talked about it, and then I was like, "Oh, Adrian, like, your book was rough. What a time." I'm like, "You're nothing like your television counterparts."
All right, so there you have it. Vigilante number one. This book is hot because of Peacemaker, of course. And, I hope they don't kill off Adrian. I doubt if they do. He's just
I
too
doubt
good
it
of
too.
He's too good of a character. But after what we saw in this episode, the question is, how is Chris going to handle Vigilante?
I don't know. It's not like Chris left hating Vigilante. If he want, I don't know. I don't know. That's a misread. They're
not sharing that information, but you got to have some kind of feelings towards it.
No, I mean, he was upset, but look what happened when they all saw him attacking his alternate brother. He said, "Stop it! Like, what is this? Who are we? What have we become?" Like he didn't. And I was gonna say, and when they were turned over to the authorities, he said, "Nope, they're innocent.
It's all me."
They came to stop me. It's all me." So no, he has no specific malice towards Adrian. Chris does understand that his friends came up in there not with enough knowledge of the situation on a planet that obviously is more dangerous for them. Like, he's aware, but also he is sad. He is grieving that, his on this more evil parallel world, his father is not such a bad guy, right? And
he's not a bad guy at all, actually.
Well,
that was the catch.
We can argue that he's not as bad as his regular self, but we can also argue that he's rather complicit in the activities of his world.
He's complicit because he has no alternative. But the way he pointed out, he's loving, he's compassionate, he's understanding, right? Because of he didn't, he did to Akamos, who kind of sucks, but
yeah, but he saw Economos as nothing but a threat. He's never met an Economos in his world.
Yeah, so all that, and then to top it off, he's like, no, I don't think this guy's a bad guy, even though he killed his other son.
Right, and he goes, I believe him when he says it was an accident.
Yeah, which was, and poor Chris, man. Chris has the worst luck.
Oh, let me tell you, I told Mark already, the theme of season 2 is there's no peace for Peacemaker.
Exactly, and you're absolutely right to that. All right, let's go into our number 9 book, and I do believe we're going to stay with Vigilante and New Teen Titans Annual number 2. This book came out in 1983 for DC Comics. $9 near mint is the last recorded sale of this book. This book is going for now $24 near mint, $159.09.8. As far as the trending list goes, it's number 3 in Key Collector. 30-day sales, we got 46 sales, and the hype level for this book is at a medium. This is a book that's actually a very common book. It's easily accessible. That's why the price range is so low for this book. I picked up this book for like $10 a couple of months ago, like maybe 2 or 3 months ago before the show came back. I picked it up easily for that price. It is a great George Perez cover. We mentioned this before. The Vigilante in the DC Universe comics is not the same as the Vigilante in the TV show. No. James Gunn literally took the name and made his own character. And for the better, to be completely honest, this is one of those rare occasions where we like the TV version, the TV, theatrical version of Vigilante. Absolutely. But there is also a Vigilante book. Now, Vigilante has, I believe, is issue 36. It's the first meeting of Vigilante and Peacemaker. That book is starting to get some traction now. It's amazing that it took this long for people to start looking at that book.
Sometimes it takes a hot minute.
Yeah. Who would have known, right? At that point, you could have just looked at all the other Vigilante books. So there is some history between Peacemaker and Vigilante within the comic book world.
But a very delicate history as compared to the history on the show.
Well, yeah, but at the same time, you're talking about 2 D list characters.
Okay, that's a point to be made.
You know what I mean? It wasn't like Peacemaker was an A-lister or even a B-lister. He was. He was just another. He was a Carlton character, right? Charlton. Yeah. All right, so there you have it.
Listen, he's still. I mean, I think the TV show lifted him to C-list. That's about where we are.
Maybe B-list, but the comic book version is still not getting as much traction as the TV show goes.
Not at all.
That's number 9. Let's go into number 8 in our list. At number 8 is the one book that we just talked about earlier, The Afterlife with Archie #1. This book came out in 2013 for Archie Comics. It's rare that we get an Archie comic in this list, but there is some reason for it. $18 near mint was the last recorded sale. Most common is $20 near mint, $90 at 9.8. So it might be better to actually get the 9.8 than to buy it raw in this particular instance. As far as trending list goes, this book was #1 for Key Collector, and it was #1 for CBSI. Now, you're probably asking yourself the question, why is it number 8? It was #1 in 2 of them. And it's the sales. It only has 15 sales within a 30-day period. That's why it's dropped. Now, it is on the hype level of a high because it's a #1 for Key Collector and CBSI. Now, the word has it is that this book kind of has an option status to it, where they are planning to do an Archie horror series. So people are trying to grab this one. The image that you are currently seeing right now is not Archie. It is
That's
a
Jughead.
it's a zombified Jughead. So
Yeah.
talk to me a little bit about this book because you mentioned something about it earlier.
This book, because I mean, it came out almost ages ago, over 10 years ago. This book gets a bump every Halloween, just for that alone. And yes, we had Chilling Adventures of Sabrina on television or on Netflix, and we even had Sabrina appear on Riverdale and all of that other stuff, and all of that is great. But yeah, like even without the knowledge of, ooh, we could get a spooky Archie series, this always gets a bump. Always gets a bump every year. We get a little Archie bump.
And now even more so because there's discussions.
I'm sure more so, but I feel like 30-day sales was 15. I think we might have seen that anyway.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
and
probably.
also we're still in the beginning of October.
Mm-hmm.
I believe we'll see other Archie supernatural stuff show up by the end of the month.
Cool. All right, let's take a look at our next book here at number 7. Our book is Incredible Hulk 153. This book is Bronze Age comic. We're definitely gonna talk about this. Came out.
I love this. I love it.
$250 and a 9.6 was the last recorded sales value. The most common is $13. Very good. $250 is actually the high sale of this book.
Yeah.
Trending list. This book was number 3 in CovrPrice. 65 sales within a 30-day period. That is actually
let's
very
talk about
impressive.
it.
Hype level is a high because do you know why this book
the
is in
trial of the Incredible Hulk, baby. All right. I knew exactly what this was from the moment I saw it. And I'm like, oh, people are crazy, but okay, I'm down. It's the trial of the Incredible Hulk. And everybody makes a cameo in this freaking issue. And I mean everybody. And also, let's talk about that 9.6 for a minute. If you notice, this is a black border book. Do you know how difficult it is to find this book in the 9s? Mm-hmm. It is difficult, right? Yeah. I don't recall. I looked this up real quick in the CGC like last night when I first heard about this. And there's not a lot of 9.6s. I think I don't remember if there was 9.8s or only 2 9.8s. I know in the 9.6, 9.8 family, there are very few of these. Very, very few. So I think the Black Border, the Trial of the Incredible Hulk, knowing all the things that take place, Matt Murdock's his lawyer, in case y'all missed it. Love that.
Mr. Fantastic is there.
Mr. Fantastic's there too, which, by the way, I don't feel like they played that out in the movie. But like Mr. Fantastic's like, no, I'll shoot him with this ray, and he'll be Bruce Banner forever. And it's like, oh no, the Hulk is stronger than ever and broke free.
But it still doesn't answer the question. Why do people care of this book? Why do people care about this book right now?
Because we got Hulk coming out in the Spider-Man movie. All right.
But did we hear anything about a trial?
No, absolutely not. I think they're just grasping at straws because we're obviously Hulk's coming in that movie. We know Daredevil exists in the MCU. Daredevil was in Spider-Man's last movie. You know, I don't know. I just think it's like ridiculous. But I feel like people are like, oh well, let me get it just in case. Also, because there's so many people crammed in. There's Avengers, X-Men, Fantastic Four. There's almost everybody is crammed into this.
Well, it literally says it in the comic book versus everybody.
Yeah.
But what cracks me up, and I mentioned this yesterday when we were in the CovrPrice video, is that this probably spec'd hard back in the early 90s when they did the Trial of the Incredible Hulk TV series, because that was Daredevil and the Incredible Hulk who was on trial. So I had to throw that out, man. That was funny.
The 90s was a very different time. You know, we did not have the internet. Mm-hmm. So, you know, but like I knew of this comic's existence then. And then when that movie was coming to TV, I was like, oh wow, it would be neat if I had that comic. But it was nowhere near what it is today. You know,
of course.
What a different world it could have been. Like, but like in the comic shop, you know, the older gentlemen who ran the shops, who of course were probably my age or younger,
Today.
right? When you look back, and but they were like, this was the stuff that they easily grew up with. So these were things they talked about. So when you're in the shop, you're like, ooh, what Trial of the Incredible Hulk? You know,
That's number 7 in our list. Let's go and move on to our number 6 book of the week. It's starting to get really, really good now. Skin Breakers number 1. We're specifically looking at the Treasury Edition. The Treasury Edition that came out recently for Image Comics, of course. $70 near mint is the last recorded sales value of this book. Most common is $56. Sorry, guys, this is not a book worth slabbing. You're not going to be able to slab it. It's just too damn big. This book is number 2 in CovrPrice. It has a 30-day sales of just 20 sales because it is a big book. Hype level is at a high, and the hype is really based off of Skin Breaker. This is a Treasury style edition. That's why it's called Treasury Edition, and it is in a large format. To have this book, you want it for the art. This is an art piece book. This is really not a spec book. This is just a book that people are grabbing it because the art done by David Finch here is next level, especially in today's day and age of comics. It is next level. It is beautiful work, and people want to have that large format to see it in. So every issue of Skin Breaker will have a Treasury edition. This just happens to be the first one.
Okay. I have nothing. I have no way to disagree. So my LCS, he has ordered frames that can hold Treasury comics. He ordered them in bulk, right?
Really?
So, yeah, he ordered them in bulk, so they come out to like $7.89 a frame or something, right? And so yeah, when the Treasury size stuff comes out, he just puts them in the frame. And he's just like, and he just sells them for $20. He just rounds it up, and or 25. I can't remember. Depends on the book a little bit too. And people just buy them. They're like, oh, this is great. Like it's just in the frame already.
Yeah, it's one of those things, man. It's like you're not gonna get it slabbed. It's not a slab. It's not a book to slab. Midtown Comics, they don't even have spaces for these books. So what they end up doing is that they have to put them sideways. And they have to, because it's too big. The Batman Hush books that came out, Hush 2, same thing, same size, and it's the same situation where it's like, we got to put this in a side somewhere. And even they're not buying as many copies. So, Skin Breakers, number 1, the Treasury Edition at number 6. Let's take a look at number 5 in our list here. And then number 5 is Wonder Woman 25, the St. Pierre variant, which is the matriarch cover that was number 1 last week. This book came out in 2025 for DC Comics. $20 near mint, so it's pretty much the same price as it was last week. Most common fair market value is $23 near mint, $100 9.9. That people are ordering 9.8s in advance. Number 3 in CBSI, 183 sales within a 30-day period.
It's a great cover.
It's a great cover. It's a good book. Cover. It's actually a really good book.
It is a good book. It really sets a stage and a tone, and that's it.
Yeah, I think this character has a lot of potential, and I hope this is a character that sticks around.
Those are my thoughts exactly, sir. I really enjoyed this introduction. I like that we're meeting the character in the present and the future,
Yeah, and I think I think as far as first appearances go this year, this might be the number 1 first appearance of the year. You know what I'm saying?
Could be. Right.
Because I don't know of any other character I don't know of any other character that people see as a potential. Everybody else is like, oh, he has a first appearance, another character no one cares about, right? But this one, from the very beginning, everybody's like, we're interested. You know what I mean? Because she's kind of there's a little bit of mystery behind her as well. Obviously, we want to know what's going on with the rings. We want to know why she looks the way she looks. Is she from Themyscira? I don't know exactly the story behind her, but who is she, and what's her story, and why is she the way she is? So that's number 5. Let's go on to our next book at number 4, and at number 4 is Absolute Batman number 10. This is the first appearance of the Absolute Killer Croc. This book is from DC Comics. $25 near mint is the last recorded sales value of this book. $53 is as high as this book has gone in fair market value. That's insane for this book. As far as trending list goes, it's number 4 for cover price. 132 sales within a 30-day period, and that's because Absolute Batman just sells a lot. It is a new book. It sells a lot. It has a hype level of a medium. People talk a lot about Bane. People are talking a lot about Absolute Joker. That obviously they're going to be talking about Catwoman soon. There's not that much buzz behind the Killer Croc character, though.
Well, I think because it kicked off by them being friends.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, but it's like he's introduced within the story that's really about Bane. Which kind of makes him a backseat character. But it is his first appearance, and I think the same thing might happen with the Catwoman storyline, because the Catwoman storyline is going to be a big thing, but we also get the first appearance of Harley Quinn in that one, which I think she's going to have more of a presence. And she's the leader of the Red Hood gang, which is another added layer to that part of that story. But this is one that's interesting. I always thought, I saw this cover and I was like, what's up with Bruce's head? Like, it's so small.
Yeah.
You know?
Gee, I've never heard anyone comment on that in this series ever before.
Well, I don't mind the big Batman, but his head looks like a freaking baby. Got baby head.
Listen, he's had a problem since issue 1.
Since issue 1. And let's move on to number 3 in our list. And this is another one. Amazing Spider-Man 46. This book goes back to 2002 for Marvel Comics. $20 is the last recorded sales value. But get this, Cliff. Its fair market value is $5.
Yes.
And a 9.8 sold at $49. That's its average. It's number 2 for Key Collector, number 5 for CBSI, number 1 in cover price. This book has obtained 29 sales within a 30-day period. Hype level was at a high. It made it to all the lists, and it was number 1 for cover price. Do you know why this book is on this list?
Isn't like the first appearance of Fulana the Dial or something?
Yeah, that's how you want to call it. Shatra.
Yeah, and who is she again? She's like the beetle goddess or something.
Yeah,
Spider beetle
with the totems and Ezekiel and all that stuff.
And what is she gonna show up in what the next Spider-Verse movie? Like,
well, that's the thing. There is now a new rumor that because she's.
Did you freeze again? Of course he froze. Of course he froze. How else is it going to be? How else is it going to be? You know what's funny is I'm pretty sure Shatra also is in like Spider-Man or Spider-Man 7, like where what's his name first appears, where Spider-Boy first appears. She's in Spider-Boy's first appearance. Like, she's an interesting character. I don't feel very interesting when I'm here alone talking to all of you, but like I really do love and appreciate y'all. Make sure that you have liked this video. Yeah, she's an interesting character. Like, I get why people, but I mean, I guess like people are like, oh, she's gonna be in the next Spider-Man movie. I'm like, I mean, can the next Spider-Man movie handle it?
This is pissing me off, man.
Yes, it's really not great.
It's the internet. And you know what? A couple of weeks ago, like maybe about 2 weeks ago, I actually had an outage. So I wouldn't be surprised if that's related in some way. Okay. Going back, because let's finish this list as much as we can. So, Sadie Sink from Stranger Things.
Yes.
She's been cast to be in this movie.
Yes.
But she's also been noted to be other characters in this movie. Everybody has their thoughts on who potentially she's going to be, but no
Mhm.
one knows exactly. It's been tight-lipped. Who is she playing in the next Spider-Man movie? So
Right.
now the latest rumor is that she could potentially be Shatra, which I think it's even more so than the Incredible Hulk book, is that they're just coming up with as many characters that she could possibly play. I doubt if this is going to be the character that she's going to play.
I also doubt it.
This is a
I don't.
dollar bin book, man.
Yeah.
Dollar
Oh,
bin book.
very, very dollar bin book. I mean, it's from 2002. I would say better than dollar bin, but like
It's
not.
dollar bin book, man. It's dollar bin book. Trust me. Yeah. Also, May Parker was another one that she's been rumored to play.
Okay, can we? Let's not be so hard on a book that is 23 years old. In
I
a
have this
time,
book.
I know, but I know people were not collecting then like they're collecting today and collecting prior. Like this book is still a key book. It's a small key, and I know the hype is gonna die, but I do not feel like it's just a dollar bin book. I do feel like it's like a $5 book.
It's drawn by John Romita Jr.
I didn't say to try and justify why I would not make it, Izzy.
So
I'm trying to be very generous tonight.
yeah, I know. I guess. All right, there you have it. Number 3, Amazing Spider-Man 46. Let's hope I could get this over with today. I was doing so good earlier. At number 2 is Nightwing 130, the Wada Pumpkin Spicy variant. This book is $24 near mint. Most common is $24. It's $60 and 9.8 as of right now. Trending list goes is number 4 for CBSI, number 9 for CovrPrice. 90 sales within a 30-day period. I bet you Cliff bought all 90 of them.
That's not true. But you know what? You
Okay,
gotta buy what you love, and you gotta let them know. You gotta let them know.
I think
All
this book
right?
is selling because of you.
Because you're welcome. You're welcome. The girls and the gays, I'm here for you. I'm here for you.
Say what you want with the return. It made it in its number 2, so it actually had an uptick from last week.
Yes. Y'all had to learn. Y'all had to learn.
Didn't make number 1, but it definitely made number 2, which is very impressive.
Listen, okay, this pump me and hump me like cover rose its way to number 2 based on nothing but other than Dick Grayson's butt on a bunch of pumpkins. You tell me the power of the public ain't working on this one.
I got nothing. This is all you. This is
That's
all.
right.
This is all you, baby.
We're here. The girls, the gays, we're out here. We're representing. We're buying our books.
At number 2, Nightwing 130, and our number 1 book of the week goes to a book we saw earlier, Skin Breaker number 1, the Thank You 1 per store variant. This book is from Image Comics, $60 near mint. It's the last recorded sales value. $64 near mint is the current price. No slabs as of right now. It is number 2 in CBSI, number 10 in CovrPrice. This has a 30-day sale of 110 copies. That is extremely impressive for a 1 per store variant. Hype level is at a high. We talked about this book, and this is one of those books that if you see it in the wild, you may be surprised that it's on, that you could probably pick it up at either CovrPrice or a slightly higher price.
Because it looks like the regular one.
It looks like the regular one. The name Skin Breaker is in black, and it's embossed. So that's the key difference in the book. But besides that, it looks just like you said, it looks just like the other one. So what's its future? I don't know. But as we mentioned before, it's all about the art style. It is a book that I think, unless it gets optioned, which I don't think that would ever, crazier things.
I mean, I could see that this could be a movie.
Yeah. So, and I think that's the only thing that's his future. If it has
or another animated series.
Animated series, I think it will really benefit.
Yes.
It will really benefit. But it's one of those things that I think it's an indie title. It's Kurtman, so Kurtman usually strikes
It's an
gold.
indie title with a superstar team.
I agree. And it's a book that's been working in the
heard someone complain that the artwork was actually too good. Like I was like,
Who
oh
would
my,
say
like
that?
crazy people.
That is
You know?
insane. This is what we want to see.
No, but like someone said that their only criticism was like, wow, it's so over detailed. And I'm like, it's gorgeous.
That's what you do. That's someone that cares.
Yeah, and living the dream. Like, it's obvious that they gave Finch a many-month lead so he could produce.
Oh no, this is 8 years in the making.
Okay, well, anyhow, good, because he needed 8 years to bring that much detail to the table, because these are epic pages, and I love it.
Yeah, it's gorgeous. Definitely, if you haven't gotten a copy, go pick up a copy. I wouldn't overpay for this book. Obviously, there's the one per store, so it's going to be cost you more. Just get the regular copy, just so you can see it, and just have it. I can't wait to see what issue 2 looks like, or 3, or 4 for that matter. I can't wait, man. I'm so looking forward to these books coming out. That's your number 1 book. Let me know what your thoughts are. Which books do you have? Share your thoughts in the comments, and stay tuned for next week's ranking, which I'm sure will have a lot of New York Comic Con books in that list. It's gonna be crazy. And with that said, we're gonna end this stream before I end up getting kicked out yet again to my own channel. Cliff, it was always a blast. I'm gonna miss you this week. I'm gonna be thinking about you, man. You gotta come. Just let me know if you can make it one day.
No, are you kidding?
We can make it happen, baby. We can make it happen.
No, my life is on a trajectory for a crater. Like, no, I have so much going on now. I can't even. Like, it's just too much now.
Okay. Thank you, everybody, for watching. We did add one more book into the pile. We'll continue to do it next week. There's some books, man, that still didn't make it, but maybe next week they'll make it. Maybe next week. There's 4 right now I have. So if we get a super chat, I know other people are watching other streams at the same time, so I get that too. But if you're watching on the replay, thank you for watching. I'm sorry for the technical difficulties. My internet was being a douche.
You know what? Let's try to get one more in.
And let me guess who's going to bring it in.
Well, obviously it's me.
I'll wait till that thing pops up. And there you pick a letter. You got A.
I'm going to pick my favorite letter this month. D for Dick Grayson.
D for Dick Grayson. And letter D is the mortal Thor.
Hey, G. Scott Campbell. All right. I was really hoping that was secretly the signature one, but oh well.
Oh no, the signature one is still there. It's still present. But we're gonna add that one in there. We still have the 3 books left, and I will say these 3 books, people are gonna want them. They're definitely worth it. One is very interesting, and one's the signature, and one is something special. So, but they'll probably be in the stack for next week. Also, there might be a New York Comic Con exclusive in the stack next week.
Ooh. Don't turn them on too much, Izzy. Watch out.
I'm just letting you know, next week that probably be in there. And again, if you are a channel member, you are automatically included in the channel giveaway. But if you need the super chat, I feel like you should deserve to be part of this as well. That's kind of the approach for it. So with that being said, Cliff, I love you. I'm going to miss you. I'm going to see you next week. I'll tell you all about New York Comic Con. I'll tell you all the fun stuff I did, all the books I pick up. And yes, I will be there all week. I will do some recordings. I'll be doing some live streams. I'll be reporting for CovrPrice. Don't forget to be part of the Sketchy Show. That's October 24th, but be part of the whole event that weekend. We're going to have a lot of fun. And
be there with me on October 26th at 9 a.m. Eastern.
Yep, there you go. And October 15th, if you got Global Comics, you can read some Marvel comics, and that's going to be fun. If you don't, click on the QR code for your opportunity to get some comic books to read. And there will be no Sketchy Show this week for obvious reasons.
Comic-Con.
I'll be at I'm not gonna do a sketchy show in Comic Con. Imagine that. Just drawing.
Could you just imagine if like Martin Zavala's like, oh, sit down over here, I have an open spot, and just sketching next to him?
We might be able to do that November 1st, right?
We might be able to do that November 1st.
We'll see how things turn out for November 1st. We'll talk
know,
about that when we get close.
First of all, you're already committed to me for Comics and Coffee November 1st, so that's in.
Yeah, that's in.
And then we got the CBCA that night.
We should get called Comics and Pop just for me. We'll do Pop.
Oh, I thought you said pot. I was like, oh, I got gummies.
No, not pot. Like pop, like soda pop.
Yeah, like gummies, like gummy bears.
No,
there's like stuff in it.
No, we won't do. I gotta have dinner, man. I haven't eaten yet, so I gotta.
Oh,
have
you
my
poor
dinner.
thing. Go eat your dinner.
Love you guys. See you next week. See you throughout the week. Excelsior.
I think this is it. I think you're about to go home. Okay. All right. Look, thank you.
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 Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. I never said thank you.
And you'll never have to. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I guess I'll see you.
I'm back. No, we're off, right? What to do? It's still not. So what? The video didn't end it? I hate Optimum. I love you guys. Bye.